With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello everyone. So the question over here is, which of the following statements are correct regarding the secretion of oxyntic cells? Statement 1, it denatures proteins and softens fibrous connective tissues in the blood. Option 2, it activates rennin. Option 3, it has a role in maturation of RBCs. Option 4, it activates trypsin. So here we have been given 4 options and we have been given 4 statements and we have to identify which of these statements is correct regarding the secretion of the oxyntic cells. So let us start with the solution. The oxyntic cells present in the gastric glands secrete HCl and Cassel's intrinsic factor. Alright, let us write that. Oxyntic cells of gastric glands secrete HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, and Cassel's intrinsic factor. Alright, so let us see the role of HCl first of all. HCl is nothing but hydrochloric acid. The role of hydrochloric acid is as follows. It helps in first of all activating the enzyme pepsin. Activates pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is the inactive form of, you can say, pepsin enzyme which is secreted by the cells of the gastric gland. This pepsinogen is activated due to the presence of HCl. So the first function of HCl is nothing but activation of pepsinogen. Alright, then it also helps, this activation of pepsinogen is happening in the adults. In case of infants, it activates rennin. Rennin is the milk protein digesting enzyme. This enzyme is produced in the infants which feed on mother's milk, and this enzyme, once activated, it digests the proteins present in the milk, the casein protein present in the milk. So this enzyme rennin is also activated by the presence of HCl. So HCl not only activates the pepsinogen but also it activates the rennin. Then this HCl also helps in denaturing the proteins. It denatures proteins and causes the softening of fibrous connective tissues in blood. Alright, so HCl is an acid, is a very strong acid, and it denatures protein. When proteins come in contact with the HCl, they get denatured. This acidity and the acidic nature of HCl denatures the proteins, and the proteins form the long fibers which are present in the connective tissues. Right, so once these proteins get denatured, so what happens is the fibers start denaturing, and that leads to the softening of the connective tissues in the blood. So the HCl also denatures the protein and causes the gradual softening of the fibrous connective tissues present in the blood. Now let us talk about the functions of the Cassel's intrinsic factor. Rather, we will simply write the intrinsic factor. Alright, the intrinsic factor secreted by the oxyntic cells in the gastric juices helps in absorption of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is also known as cyanocobalamin. Right, this enzyme, vitamin is very much important in the maturation of RBCs. It plays a very important role in the maturation of RBCs. So this vitamin B12 plays important role in maturation of RBCs. Alright, so this intrinsic factor is helping in the absorption of vitamin B12, and this vitamin B12 is in turn playing a role in the maturation of RBCs. Now let us read the statements given over here and let us identify which of these is correct. So the statement 1 says that it denatures proteins and softens the fibrous connective tissue in the blood. This is a correct statement. HCl does this. HCl is a secretion of oxyntic cells and it helps in denaturing the protein and softening the connective tissues in the blood. Then it activates rennin. This is also a function of HCl. So this is also a correct statement. It has a role in the maturation of RBCs. This is also a correct statement because the intrinsic factor plays an important role in the absorption of vitamin B12 and that plays an important role in the maturation of RBCs. So this is also a correct statement. Then the statement 4, it activates trypsin. This is an incorrect statement because HCl activates pepsinogen into active pepsin. It has no role in activating trypsin. Alright, trypsin is activated by enterokinase, which is present in the intestinal juice. The HCl or the secretions of the oxyntic cells have no role in activating trypsin. So statement 4 is incorrect. Here we have to identify which of the following statements are correct. So statement 1, 2, 3 are correct. So according to that, option C is the most appropriate answer for this question. Option 1, 2 and 3 are the correct statements. So let us write the final statement. Hence, the correct answer is option C. 1, 2 and 3rd statement. First, second and third statement are the correct statement regarding the secretion of oxyntic cells. Alright, so the correct statement option is option C. Alright, I hope you understood the explanation. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.